and welcome back to Virtual Storytime. Can you believe it's 2021 already? My goodness, how the time flies, doesn't it? All right, well, now today I'm filming the Storytime from a brand new camera. So if things look a little bit different than they did before, that would be why. Now today's Storytime is going to be all about adventure. I have a couple great books for you. We're going to sing some songs. And I have a flannel board towards the end as well. So let's get started right away with our opening song. Here we go. Let's all clap because we're all here, we're all here, we're all here. Let's all clap because we're all here today. Great job. So now, the first book I have for you today is called Old Rock is Not Boring. And we're going to learn all about how that rock is not boring by listening to all the adventures that he's gone on. Are you ready? All right, let's get started. Old Rock had been sitting in the same spot at the edge of a clearing in the middle of a pine forest for as long as anyone could remember. And even before that. Being a rock seems awfully boring, said Tall Pine. You sit in the same spot day after day, said Spotted Beetle. It is a very nice spot, said Old Rock. Don't you want to go anywhere? Asked Hummingbird. I've flown all over the world and sipped the nectar of exotic flowers. I would surely be bored if I could not fly. What do you think? Would it be cool to see the world as a hummingbird? Just could fly everywhere? I flew once, said Old Rock. Gosh, said Tall Pine. How? Asked Spotted Beetle. Rocks don't fly, said Hummingbird. Old Rock told them about the time in the beginning when darkness was all around. Look at how dark that is. You can only see the two eyes over here. And then I erupted out of a volcano and soared through a fiery sky into the bright light of a new world. Look at that. Old Rock came right out of a volcano. He went, phew! Let's see where he landed. So it was just the one time, said Hummingbird. And now you're sitting here, said Tall Pine. Being bored, said Spotted Beetle. I'm not bored, said Old Rock. Do you want to see more? Asked Spotted Beetle. If I climb to the tip-top branch of Tall Pine, I might see a deer mouse nibbling seeds in a nearby tree, or watch ships sailing across the lake. Old Rock said, I've seen a lot. Old Rock told them about the time a group of friendly dinosaurs rumbled by, munching every leaf in sight. Then, many years later, a not-so-friendly dinosaur came looking for a meal. Look at that, it looks like a T-Rex maybe over here. And then the rock is saying, no, I haven't seen her. And then we We have a little dinosaur hiding behind the rock saying, "Thanks." Time passed, things changed, and the world chilled. Look at all that snow. Kind of looks like it does out here right now. We got a lot of snow in the last couple days. Which wasn't too bad because Old Rock took a ride in a glacier and toured the land. Once the glacier melted, it left me perched at the top of a ridge, and I could see the place where the sky touches the earth. Look at that, he could see all the way out to the horizon because he was so high up. Bet that was a beautiful sight. "My, you have seen a lot," said Spotted Beetle. "How unusual," said Hummingbird. "Yes, but that was ages ago," said Tall Pine. "Aren't you bored now? Don't you want to move? My limbs flutter gently in a breeze and dance wildly when the wind blows." "I've never danced, but I'm pretty good at doing somersaults," said Old Rock. Old Rock revealed that after teetering on the ridge for a while, the ground rumbled, and I tumbled and stumbled down, down, down into a valley. Grasses grew, mastodons roamed, and lakes formed. And over here, it looks like we got a mastodon that's trying to sit on Old Rock, and Old Rock is saying, "Shouldn't you be roaming?" I don't think he wants to be sad. "I never knew a rock had moves like that," said Tall Pine. "I wish I could have seen those things," said Spotted Beetle. "What happened next?" asked Hummingbird. A pine forest sprouted up around me. One day, a strong breeze shook a pine cone loose. From the pine cone, a seed fell to the forest floor. I watched that seedling grow to be the tall pine who dances in the wind and keeps me company. Sometimes a spotted beetle wanders along to report all that he sees. And every so often, the loveliest hummingbird stops to rest after a long flight, and she describes the amazing places she's visited. What do you think? It sounds like Old Rock is talking about his friends now, right? Talking about the current day. "It's a very nice spot," said Old Rock. "Yes, it is," agreed Tall Pine. "Very nice," said Spotted Beetle. "Not boring at all," said Hummingbird. The end. That is the end of that story. Isn't it amazing all of the adventures the rock went on before meeting his friends, the pine, the spotted beetle, and the hummingbird? That's crazy. What if rocks could actually talk to us and tell us all the things they've seen? That would be so cool, right? Okay, so now I know of a little spider who also went on an adventure. And I do know a song about that spider too. And I bet you know this one as well. What do you think? Can we do the Itsy Bitsy Spider next? Great! Let's get our spiders ready to go. Here we go. The itsy bitsy spider went up the water spout. Down came the rain and washed the spider out. Out came the sun and dried up all the rain. And the itsy bitsy spider went up the spout again. Good job! Now that adventure wasn't quite as crazy as the one that the rock went on, but it was certainly an adventure, right? He went all the way up the water spout and then got washed out by the rain. But then he decided to climb back up when the rain was gone. All right, so I have another story for you. And this one is called From Eds to Neds. And it is a whole bunch of children going from place to place and getting there in all sorts of cool ways. So let's get started. All right. Climb to cows. You see that? You see how they're climbing from one house to the other over here? It's like they're using the laundry line out there outside. Whirl to Wills. Trampoline from Ted's to Jill's. Must be a pretty strong trampoline if you can jump that high on it. Look at that, jumping all the way from the ground all the way to the top of the building. Train to Trey's. Slide to Sam's. Swinging vines from Paul's to Pam's. Wouldn't that be fun if you could swing on vines to your friend's house? I wish I could do that. Float to Fran's. Dig to... Let's see whose house they're gonna dig to. Duke's. What is inside Duke's house? Looks like a really huge dragon. I don't know of many people that have dragons in their houses. Cannon blast from Beth's to Luke's. Jump from Jin's, dive to Dan's. Tightrope walk from Steve's to Stan's. But that's really tricky. You gotta have really good balance to walk on a tightrope like that. Gotta be careful so you don't fall off. Zip to Zev's, fly to Fred's. Parachute from Ed's to Ned's. Look at all those parachutes. And it looks like we're adding people every time we go to somebody else's house. There's so many people now. Yip, yahoo, what a crew. Gang's all here. What to do? that. They have all sorts of boxes. There's a ladder over here. Wonder what they're gonna do. Time to go. Hide our tracks. Time for bed. Look at that. It looks like they made a big building for all of them. And now I bet this is all their parents over here calling them home. And then look, they're all going to bed. If you look closely, you can see all their different houses. I'll keep that here for a moment so you can look at all of them. Or you can also pause the video too if you'd like a little more time. Climb aboard, tighten screws, seat belts on. Look at that. So you think they're all out at night? Or maybe they're dreaming. Launch to lose. Look at that, they took a rocket to Lou's house. Looks like they're all the way on the moon. That's a really far away place to go. But I bet it's good for an adventure. And that is the end of that one. Do you see all of the adventures they were going on? They were doing all sorts of things. They were using trampolines and airplanes and tight ropes and everything all to get to their friends' houses. And then finally, they ended up on the moon. Wow, they went to so many cool places. All right, before we go, I have one more thing for you. I have a flannel board. So let's go over and do that. All right, in that book we just read, we saw so many people going to different people's houses. Now, I've come across a few animals, and I think they're all going somewhere. So maybe you can help me figure out where they're going? You can? Great. All right, our first animal is a squirrel. Now let's think, where could this squirrel be going? Where do squirrels live? That's right, in trees. I bet this squirrel is going to a tree. All right, our next animal, we have a bunny rabbit. All right, now where do you think this bunny rabbit's going? I bet this bunny rabbit's going home too. But bunny rabbits don't live in trees. Where do they live? That's right, bunny rabbits tend to live in holes in the ground. I bet this bunny rabbit's going back to his family in the hole in the ground. All right, our next animal is it's stuck to my finger, is a frog. Now where could this frog be going? Frogs do like water. Right, I bet the frog is going to a pond. All right, we have one more animal. Let's take a look. What is this animal? Right, a kitty cat. Now, this kitty cat has a collar on, so I bet it belongs to somebody. So where do you think it could be going? That's right, back to its house. All right. Good job, everybody. I think we figured out where all the animals are going. Thank you so much for your help. Let's go sit back down. All right, everyone. I hope you enjoyed this story time today. I know it was a little bit longer than some of the other ones, but I thought those books were really great. So many cool adventures. I hope to hear about your adventures at some point. All right, so before we go, let's get our waving hands up and do our closing song. Here we go. We wave goodbye like this. We wave goodbye like this. We clap our hands for all our friends. We wave goodbye like this. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope to see you again soon. Bye.